cheetah or lion? Which one's faster?
Cheetah.
Yes.
Yeah, cheetah can run up to 70 miles an hour.
How do you know this?
I watched a lot of those animals killing other animals show with my dad when I was young, and there he'd sit there, Scott, that's nature. Like, Dad, the poor whatever's being eaten alive.
It's the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Alley.
Welcome to the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. How you doing? Are you tired? It's been a very busy weekend in our worlds because we've had many events leading into a huge NASCAR race that comes here locally every year.
I am a little tired. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But not too terribly bad. I have a little competition with my brother that we do every single year.
Oh.
And it is on the day of our mother's birth. We see who can say happy birthday first. And I texted my mom early this morning. Luckily, I get up early. And even though I know I'll never be her favorite child, but I texted her this morning, wished her happy birthday, and she said, "You win, you're first."
Oh, look at that. Yes. You win.
So that really
this year is your year.
Yes, this really puts me in a really good mood today because I don't know why. It's a stupid competition we've been doing since we were kids.
I love it.
And yes, trying to win mommy's approval. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, well, it never really ends.
Yeah, right, exactly. So other than that, all is good.
Good.
Yes.
Good. You know, I want to actually start with something. I found something out. Do you remember, was it last podcast or the podcast before? They all become one in my brain now. That I was going off about the fact that I have been trying to get two different fence companies to get me the information back. I felt like I was being ghosted. I felt like everything was, nothing was happening. Well, an odd set of circumstances happened in our building. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of people that work with us. And one of our representatives that does advertising for us had gone out and actually introduced themselves to the company, one of the two companies I had called.
Yes.
This was after I thought I was being blown off. Well, come to find out, they had my email address wrong. I was never being blown off. All the way back to the end of July, they had it. And we do admittedly have ridiculously long email addresses, especially when it comes to media,
I hate our email address. And anytime somebody asks me, "Oh, can I get your email address?"
Oh, my God. Let me just email you first so you see it because you'll never get it right.
Yes,
never.
That's exactly it because there's one word in there that's a plural.
Yep.
It's extremely long. And
there's one that's a number, and you have to have the number before the plural word. Right. And I always try to tell them that. Oh, wait, my favorite is the underscore.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the email as I give it. Alley with a Y.
Yep.
Underscore.
Yep.
Not dash, underscore.
Underscore.
Pain.
Yeah.
With a Y.
Yeah.
At.
Yep.
The number 7.
The number 7.
Mountains.
Not
it's
written
plural.
Out number 7.
Right.
The number
7. Mountains. It's plural.
Yeah.
Media. Not plural.
Yeah.
.com. So now I'm done.
They're
and now
lost.
I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I found out another coworker of ours, she is Sammy. And just Sammy, I'm like, how did she get just Sammy? Like, how did I not just get Allie? Or
I don't know.
Or why are we not Allie Payne, no underscore? Why is it not Allie Payne at 7mm.com or something?
Wouldn't that make sense?
Right. Something super easy. Nope. That's why I hate giving out my email address.
I know. It's so long. It's just, so that explains one of them. The other one could very well be in the same boat. I just haven't gotten a hold of them to find out because after our sales representative had gone out there and talked to them and said, "Oh, yeah, you were, supposed to do a quote for Scott and all that." They're like, "We did." I'm like, "Ooh, maybe I better call now and find out." And sure enough, that's what ended up happening. They didn't have it right, which now makes me wonder if the other one doesn't have it right. And all this time, I thought I was being blown off.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did they have your phone number?
Yes, they actually did apologize for something. They said we should have called you and followed up on that.
You want my money?
Well, yes, but there's one thing that I can say because this is a fence repair. So landscaping, fence repairs, I'm not trying to deal out excuses, but I do get it's a ridiculously busy time, and I'm pretty sure right now it's all hands on deck. If it was, the end of November, I might have been like, what?
I see what you did there, hands on deck.
Oh, there you go. That's smooth. But I mean, if it was the end of November and things were slowing down, I bet you that it would be a little bit different. But
so they get the bounce back and they still don't like take notation or call.
I know they apologized for it, which was very
weird.
Nice, and I appreciate that.
Hey, how about their attention to detail might not be the company you want to go with?
Oh, geez. Well,
just saying.
There's that.
I'm just saying. Since we're coming off of race weekend, we were going to do this on the show with a listener, but I want to do this with you. It's which is faster, okay?
Okay.
This is, you just have to, I'm going to give you two scenarios. You tell me which is faster. Of course, this was going to be around NASCAR when there's fast races going on. Baking a pie or baking a cake. Both are at 350. Which is faster?
Baking a cake.
Yes.
Pies take forever.
Yes, Scott Free.
Forever.
Wait, here, I'm gonna write down all the times you get it
thank
right.
you very much.
All right. Correct. Baking a pie at 350, 45 minutes.
Yep.
Baking a cake, 25 minutes.
Isn't that something?
Which is faster? Invisalign or braces?
Braces.
No.
Oh, really?
Invisalign.
Oh, I would have. Oh, okay. No, that's conditional.
Huh?
That is conditional. If you got some real jacked up, gnarly ones, you're going to need the braces, and that's going to be quicker than Invisalign. If you're just slightly off, I could see the Invisalign doing it.
You know what, though? There is this, it's a different show, different radio show. And, there's always Invisalign endorsements that flow. And this one chick that was on a show that I listened to at one point in time, she had some pretty jacked up teeth, and she did Invisalign, and it worked great for her.
Wow, that's a hell of an endorsement.
If they've just have come so far with Invisalign.
Maybe you might. Okay, I'm wrong
next
on
one
that
is cheetah or lion. Which one's faster?
Cheetah.
Yes.
Yeah, cheetah can run up to 70 miles an hour.
How do you know this?
I watched a lot of those animals killing other animals show with my dad when I was young, and there he'd sit there, Scott, that's nature. My dad, the poor whatever's being eaten alive, and those damn shows, back when Marlon Perkins from Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom was showing, this dude's 100, he's long dead. But, when I was a little kid.
Marlon. And no one never names their kid Marlon anymore.
Marlon's not a big name.
What a name of the past that we should bring that back.
Right? So they'd always show the, wildebeest having its guts just ripped out by the lion enjoying dinner. I'm like, was it not enough to see the takedown?
Uh-huh.
We have to see the chomping of the bones. Was this necessary?
Or no when wonder, the intestine is it's stretched and pulled and ripped. And,
what though? This is why I'm a strong person. This is why me as a Gen X, as a generation, and you're almost a Gen Xer. You're at the very end of it, beginning of the millennials. And this is why we still have a set of balls on us. Because, man, you get to the mid-millennial, younger millennial phase, turn your head. You don't need to see that, Chloe. And, here I'm watching wildebeests and zebras being shredded like it's, a pulled pork feast getting ready to happen by the pack of lions. I'm stronger for seeing it. Hated it at the time, but now I get it.
I also wonder, how are more of you not vegetarians? Because I feel like my generation is where the vegetarianism really ramped up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because we became more educated on the treatment of animals. And I'm not vegetarian at all, but I do buy my cow from a local farm. So I wonder, how are you guys not vegetarian after watching all of that?
No, see, it's one of those things in life that made you stronger. At the time, I hated it. I was a little kid going, oh my God, but they're eating the zebra. Oh my God, this and that, And then what about the zebras, kids and all that? You're thinking this. And also why I recommend eat your boogers. It'll help your immune system. Same theory.
Those don't correlate at all.
Same thing.
How
It doesn't. No, but it's really what didn't kill us made us stronger. That's what it was. Well,
okay.
Yep.
Last one. Is it faster? Allie getting ready for an event or Scott cleaning out his fridge?
Jesus.
So go ahead and how long do you think it takes you to clean out your fridge?
Well, I'm bad at this because
your fridge is always so jam-packed, by the way.
Well, it is. And right now it's actually not, and probably would be a good time for me to clean it. Uh-huh. So if I'm not procrastinating of going, I gotta clean it, I can probably be quicker than you getting ready for an event. Because then I sometimes also get to the point, and I know this pisses off my significant other, something fierce. I will just get to the point that I'm going to bring the garbage can over. I don't give a shit if you bought it 2 days ago. I'm throwing it out. I'm just
I would be so mad.
Trashing it all. It's clean. mean?
I would be so mad, especially because
I'm
groceries
terrible.
are expensive.
I know.
So wait, how long does it take you to clean out a fridge?
Oh, I don't know. It's got to be quicker than you getting ready for an event, though.
So it takes me about 20, if I'm going to really do my makeup with eyelashes, 25 minutes. Then it takes me about, I shower with shaving legs, 20 minutes.
I've already beat you.
Oh,
I've
okay.
emptied the fridge within the first 10 minutes.
But,
and now
what-
I might wipe down the shelves.
Well, yeah, you got to wipe down
I
the
know.
shelves. And then hair, that's about another 20 minutes. So where am I at now?
Oh, you're.
I'm over-
let's see,
I'm over an hour.
Yeah, you are. You know, funny thing. You and I were driving to the racetrack locally.
Yeah.
And this is for
I
those
gotta-
that aren't here, this is a full big NASCAR road course. This is not, like, well, we're going to the backwoods here to watch some cars on the dirt track. And you had told me, you go, I have to put my makeup on and then drive up. And my response was, okay, naturally. Do you know, I like zoned out. I knew you were doing it, but I didn't even pay attention to it. I'm so used to
no.
it now. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you were putting your makeup on.
And it was a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
It took me, and that's not even like me doing it up. That's just like, that's basic
Yeah.
alley makeup. And it took me probably...
That's the primer.
Right, exactly. It was like a 20-minute, it's, here's some like foundation, mascara, lipstick. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy. It's not like my usual pomp and circumstance with the
I've
whole
gotten
thing.
so used to it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
and I just keep the conversation going. And
Okay, speaking of driving, I have something else.
Yeah.
Do your kid... Oh, I think they're too young for this. I was going to say, do your kids call shotgun?
too young, still backseaters.
Okay.
Yeah,
'cause-
I mean, Gavin's asked a couple times, when do I get to sit in the front seat? But he's not there yet.
because me and my brother, so many driving things. So many, like,
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
coming off of NASCAR.
It's summertime too. People are driving.
Well, my brother and I, this is another competition. Besides saying we have to wish my mother a happy birthday first, we would always, whoever called shotgun. And here was the rule. And I don't know if you ever had this with any of your siblings. It was once you walked out of the house, the first person to call shotgun outside of the house got shotgun.
See, you made a mistake here, Ellie. You made it a competition about your brother. What you should have done is, on early years, started to whine and cry to your dad, Marky had it last time. And then your dad would have felt bad and said, okay, it's time to trade this time.
Yeah.
And you could have killed shotgun right there. But because you had to be, rough and tumble with your brother and make it a competition,
And
you
then
missed
we
the
would run and
opportunity.
then, like, sit on each other's laps and like push each other and all that stuff.
Yeah, see, you're making it all about that. The real path of least resistance is whining and crying to dad.
That's where I could win.
Yeah.
But I think that my dad is very, very diplomatic. I think that my dad would have said exactly what you just said, which was, let's take turns.
Yes.
Instead, we created
You created the war.
the chaos in
Yeah.
our house.
This is exactly it.
Whenever your kids get to this age, so Gavin's going to get to sit in the front first because he will, being older. What's the age that they get to sit in the front?
I honestly would have to look that up. I just know
me look it up for you.
that he is a ways from doing that. He's a little dude too, so it's
Yeah.
gonna, until he hits the sprouting age, this might be the case. His sister might beat him to it.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I got to put in New York because.
Oh yeah, it's going to be different in every state.
Yeah, California is really young.
I mean, really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected California front seat driving or front seat riding in a car would be much older, like super. It's like, oh, you got to be 28.
In California, it is 8. Okay.
Really?
In New York.
I'm blown away at that.
I know, right? It says in New York, there isn't a specific age when a child must sit in the front seat, but of course not. But anyway, the state recommends that children under 13 ride in the back seat.
Yeah, see, he's got a couple years.
While children can legally sit in the front seat at age 8, it's generally recommended to wait until 13.
Yeah.
So he could, oh my gosh, don't let Gavin hear this.
No, but I'm not gonna yet. He's too little for that.
Right?
He's just a small dude.
He's kind of the runt of the classroom, isn't he?
For now, I mean, everybody says, look out, that's gonna change. So, and I'm sure it will.
Oh, so okay. So when he turns 13, which is in 2 years, his sister still has all that time. So they really will never be fighting for it. Because by the time...
No, because I'll make sure that they no, your sister did it here, or whatever the case may be.
Well, and also because he'll always get to sit in the front.
Well,
so by the time that
he would always, but unless she asked. But isn't that funny how that ends up happening too? So Gavin and Lydia specifically have a 5-year age difference. She will be very used to sitting in the back whenever we go somewhere where, because obviously it'd be 60-59 in the front too, but if she's not in the car, Gavin, I think, would automatically go there when he gets to that age.
Pinnacle of passenger princess she is.
She will end up being used to that, and I guess maybe I won't have to deal with much fighting on it.
I don't like sitting in the back. Like even now, when I have to, I'm like, oh God. There's something as a kid getting into the front seat is like, oh, I'm more of an adult now.
Oh yes, yeah.
So and I could see
more important.
Yes, I could see eventually, especially when her brother's doing it, that she pushes to do it.
Yeah.
Because then you get to control whatever you're listening to. Control the temperature. There's those little bits of control that come with that.
I also think a lot of that's going away. Everybody's buried in a phone nowadays. I'm talking society.
How do these kids not get car sick?
Yeah,
They're
too.
used to it.
That too. But also at the same time, are the days of I'm going to fight to listen to what I want to listen to, are they kind of gone?
Are they gone? Which kind of sucks because you would have your favorite, first you would scan, or you would have your favorite songs. I think of a car playlist now. I love a car playlist. Even just the other day, I'm like, okay, I want to have some 90s summer. Okay, no, wait, early 2000s summer. So you kind of create a car playlist. Is that going away too?
It might. Well, maybe not a playlist per se. Like if you're going with your girlfriend somewhere.
Yes, roll the window down.
Okay, I could see that staying, or you stumble across some channel streaming something. You're like, oh my God, this all just hit us home. And we're loving every minute of it. But I think for the kids especially, I think those days of I control the radio or I do this, they got their phone. They don't care.
When we were growing up, my dad did a lot of controlling of that, which honestly shows because my influence of music is his influence of music. So when you guys are in the car, do you play them stuff and say oh, listen to this or you're going to love this song? Because my dad was
sometimes
my dad would be like, okay, now this was the 1967 behind the scenes studio session of the Beatles. And we would have, and it would, oh my God, I will never forget this. It would be the Beatles going okay, check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then you would hear all the behind the scenes. You probably don't do that much, do you?
Not too much, a little bit.
How do you expose your kids to good music?
Their phones, they find what they like very early on.
My God.
And I think they stick with it, and that, or it may change and develop. Which, by the way, I'm really proud of the fact. So Gavin's 11. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a huge rush to run out and get him one. He has his iPad. Lydia has her iPad. They use it in the car quite a bit.
What's the age that he gets it now? Now that he's here?
His friends already have them.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
What if he asks for Christmas? He's 11 years old.
I don't know. I mean, I look at it like this. He's got his iPad, and I'm thinking of his, main couple friends that he sees the most, and they both have cell phones, but they don't have iPads. So it's kind of one of those things. I'm like, I'm just not in the rush to go out and do it. I don't want to go, even if it's a hand-me-down, and by the time I got to hand my iPhone down to him,
nobody wants that.
I mean, that's like giving him a corded phone on the wall. But
give him a pager at that point.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What's this, Dad? Oh, it's a beeper. They'll let you know when they need you. 911 if it's really important.
Boobs.
Yeah.
Always love boobs. Boobs is my favorite.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just not in this huge rush to do it. I just.
When you were a kid and there was, JanSport backpacks were a thing when I was at a certain age. So every one of us had to have JanSport backpacks. Some people had black, some people had purple, and then we put patches on them and whatever. And so if your friend had the JanSport, you had the JanSport, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you had whatever your thing was. With kids, does it even matter, or is it you have some form of communication so it really doesn't matter?
Right now, I don't think it matters. In the not too distant future, it's gonna end
gonna
up
matter.
mattering at some point.
Yeah.
In some way, but
I can see Gavin asking for a phone. If not this Christmas, by his birthday, his 12th birthday, I bet you that's going to be on his list.
I guess I'm going to have to make that decision when it comes time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'm
think
just
he's-
not there yet for it.
I think he's a trustworthy kid.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty much. I'm going to have to put the parental locks on it so he doesn't spend $400, to buy some
Okay.
stuff for some other kid digitally.
I don't think he's looking at anything dirty, is what I
No,
meant.
that's not. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. We're a society that I know we're dependent on our phones, but the minute you get one of these, you
can't go back.
That's it.
You know
And
what-
there's no, I'm not saying you just bury yourself in it. That will happen at later teen years. It just automatically happens. It's so rare now to see a kid not buried in a phone as they get through their teen years. I'm not saying they don't do things. Of course, they're going to do their sports. They're going to do things like that. I'm saying, on a road trip, on the off time and things like that. I don't know.
Here's a funny comparison. My mom did not want me to shave my legs, and everyone else was shaving their legs, and you know how hairy I am. Like, I am like the hairiest person I know, which I have something about that in a second. So my mom didn't want me to shave my legs. So what did I do? I did a little sneaky sneak. I was hanging out with my cousin Andrea in Parma, and she shaved my legs. So here I am, leg on the toilet, and she's like, we're standing so close to each other because she has to act like my leg is her leg.
Oh, sure. She's got to be in that position.
Right. So
Yeah.
she's got her arm over my leg and okay, this is how you shave your leg. And then I shaved it and cut it, whatever. The other one was coloring my hair, which I know Lydia does, but my mom would say, once you start coloring your hair, you're never going to stop. So my mom didn't want me to do that.
Well, Lydia's doing purple and pink. I mean, it's...
I'm not judging it. I wanted my hair colored.
Yeah,
That was a Gail thing. That was a Gail thing.
Well, I don't know that we would do that every time. I mean, we've done it a couple times because she really wanted it. Sometimes maybe you just don't. You know?
Now I think about it, I'm like, I wish my mom would have let me do it when I wanted to do it, as opposed to holding out. Because now, who cares? All I'm trying to do is cover all this gray. Look how gray I am.
Keep
Oh
that
my God,
covered,
it's
yeah.
so bad. It's eventually it's going to go silver. So let me have a good time.
Yeah, do it for right now.
Right. And especially because my family goes silver so quickly that it's like my time is so limited.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to ask you?
Shaving your leg, coloring your hair.
No, that wasn't it. I thought there was something else I was going to tell you. Anyway, okay. So that was my other two things. Did we ever talk about the concert jail? Did we talk about this on or off the air? Because I
think we've talked about it to each other. Is this where you do something bad at a concert and they put you in a special room?
Yes. So I know somebody that went into concert jail.
Get out of here.
And the crazy part of this is they got up on stage. Oh my God. They got up on stage.
This story already, you're going to jail. Yes, carry on.
Yeah, but I never thought this would put you in concert jail because I grew up going to concerts where you jumped on stage and then you crowd surfed. So I didn't think that ever put anybody in concert jail. But this person held up a flag. I can't remember what the flag said, but they held up a flag. And so that automatically got them in concert jail. Extremely intoxicated too. So their significant other gets golf carted to concert jail, if you will. And they're at this 3-day festival. Think of a Bonnaroo, Coachella, whatever. But it wasn't either one of those. Anyway, so I don't know if they have such dazzling personalities that the security people, the concert cops, they were like, well, does this mean we don't get to come back? We've spent hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, well, there's truth to that. But you also grossly misbehaved.
Right. Like
if you went to a Taylor Swift show and jumped on stage, you're not getting out of concert jail. You're getting thrown out.
Right. This was not that caliber of an artist.
If it's Kid Rock, two things. We also know the flag that he'd be holding up.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here. But anyway, so that one, I could see that one maybe getting you in concert jail for a little bit of time. But that's a good question. Did they get to go back?
So here's what the concert cop said. He said, you're wearing, I think it was a blue jacket or something. He's like, do not let me see that jacket and do not let me see you for the rest of the festival.
Okay.
So he ended up
You
getting
got
out
the
of
scolding.
yeah. So he ended up getting out of concert jail, and he was able to come back into the festival.
Okay. I mean,
I was
think
shocked.
I think that if it was, well, you know what? I like to think that security, maybe some of them are police officers that are just making extra money on the side, like they're, doing, they've had a level of training to figure out, all right, did this dingweed just end up, getting too much in them and was out of line, but we can actually go, they're not a bad person because they're, and then how is the level of it? Like, did they sober up a bit between the time they were taken to the concert jail and the time they're done? You might be able to gauge what it is. I kind of feel like if it is a one-time warning in the hundreds of dollars, that's totally fine. Going up to play the piano with Elton John, probably not going to get you back into the arena.
Well, do you remember a couple years ago? This is another one. A couple years ago, I went to this Bush concert and I snuck into VIP, and it was just for a couple songs. It was no big deal. They did not. The guy just looked at me, and I was like, "Okay, bye." But at first he was like, he kind of looked, and then it literally was for a couple songs.
But then he realized you're really no harm. You're no threat. You're not going to do anything to anybody. You're just sort of checking it out.
Especially when I knew every single lyric. That's one of those you can get away with. You're right.
You know when it's a problem? I'll tell you when it's a problem.
What?
First year security. They don't have any experience. It's not that the guy didn't care that you were there. He realized very quickly you're kind of harmless. You're not going to go up and try to make out with the lead singer of Bush, whoever that may be.
Gavin Rossdale.
Oh, that's right. It's Gavin Rossdale. I forgot. It's not like, although you might want to, you're not gonna. You're gonna have some restraint.
Right.
You might want to high five him as he comes by, and then Gavin's gonna be like, "Who the hell was that?" But
not even.
You're relatively harmless, and it was you and maybe one other person, or just you.
I think it was me, and who was with me? Yeah, my friend Heather.
Okay. It wasn't like 8 of you tried to bum rush into the backstage area,
right.
So, and also, if you're a first year, you're super trooper. You just want to make your name on the map. You want to do whatever it takes. They're throwing people off the lawn just because they're like, I have the power.
I know.
Now you got to get same with the guy with the concert jail. A little bit of experience goes a long way.
I think also thinking about putting Taylor Swift in that a breach of security. I kind of feel bad about it, but it's weird because I think with this. I know the concert that he went to might have been Kid Rock. That I'm like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I also know the guy. I think you're right. You can also read people's faces to a certain degree.
Sure.
But think about the shooting that was in Vegas a few years ago at that Jason Aldean show. And not that guy was not at the concert. He was actually in a hotel room up above. But I can see why they get so particular.
Oh, God, yeah.
About people getting on stage. Breaking into VIP.
Oh, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying if you're talking the security level, your friend got back in because
he was harmless. They talked to him and they're like,
yeah,
this guy's drunk.
You made a bad choice. It was you've had too much to drink.
Yeah.
And they probably did get him a little bit sobered up between the time he was taken from his bad choice to being allowed back in. Okay, a little bit of a reset there.
I think I would have taken that opportunity, even jumping on stage 20 years ago even. Now, I don't see myself ever jumping on stage.
You grow out of stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, well, let's wrap up there because we do have a meeting in a couple minutes. Unless, did you have something else?
Nope, I'm good for this week. It's just a nice, easy week. We're all easing back into it. I mean, around here, we've got staggered back to school starts. So you've got one state, which is right near us, going back in like a week and a half. New York goes back a couple weeks after. It's like everybody's in this mode of being everywhere, doing everything. I'm not saying we're an afterthought. We should be first thought. Well, a thought.
Actually, you know what? Because we're just coming off of that NASCAR weekend, I had somebody that I ran into. They were here from out of state, and I had said something about our podcast, and they're like, "Oh, you podcast?" They knew that we had our show, but I said, "Oh yeah, we podcast." And she goes, "I love listening to podcasts. This is so great. I'm going to actually start subscribing to you guys now that I know you podcast too."
I'll tell you something interesting. You were just talking about bumping into somebody out of town. I thought I saw this morning on social media that Michael Jordan was at Watkins Glen International for NASCAR this weekend.
Hold on a second.
I'm almost certain I saw a picture of it.
I thought he was a racing fan.
I think he is. But I thought I saw that he was here.
Hold on.
Obviously, I was not in an area where Michael Jordan would have been.
You could have been.
I know. I had those passes, but I didn't,
Oh! Oh my God, you're right!
I was right. He was there?
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
okay. So Michael Jordan was in
at
town.
Watkins Glen International on Sunday, August 10th, 2025 for the Go Bowling at the Glen.
That's awesome.
I'm so mad about it. It said he was specifically there to support Tyler Reddick,
Yep.
who was driving the number 45 car. Jordan is co-owner. Oh,
That's
my.
right. He's co-owner. I knew that there were some big people here. I know there were. Yeah, it's really cool. It was really an honor to have everybody come to a little area of New York State, the little bottom of the Finger Lakes, where everybody's like, "Where?" And then all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh my God!" And then people come here and they're like, "It's a great place."
I even said to Scott the other day, so we had these passes. We were able to get into some media locations. And I even said something. I don't know if you remember me saying it in passing, like, "Oh, we can go get something to eat over there. We can get." Do you remember me saying this?
I do.
Why did we not go?
We were busy.
We could have ran into Michael Jordan.
Yes, and I wonder who else was here. I'm guarantee you there were other big celebs here. I just, we'd have to.
I'm so mad at myself now.
Oh, that's cool. They came, they had a good time, they saw a beautiful area, beautiful weather. I'm happy about that.
I would not even have bothered him just to be like, there he is.
Yeah, right? How would you miss him if it was out with the general
Seriously.
public? I don't think he was.
That makes. Wait, hold on a second. Tyler Reddick. I just want to look this up really quick. One more thing and then we can go. I promise.
Yeah, sure.
Tyler Reddick. Because I saw some. Oh, Tyler Reddick is not who I thought he was. Tyler Reddick has some red hair.
Oh.
Red hair. Okay, never mind. I saw some other guys that I thought might be in the Michael Jordan entourage, but okay. Anyway, on that note.
Well, there you go. A little bit of a high. We will see you next week. Enjoy the week. Remember to like, subscribe, share this thing, tell people about it, let them know that we're here, and we'll hang out with you.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.